Well, what's up YouTube, Shawn DaGamer here, and some quick breaking news for you guys. I first learned about this because of Dakidrkstr. If they're not in the description, I will make sure to put them down there. They are a very reliable news source when it comes to wrestling information. But Shinsuke Nakamura is officially your second two-time WWE NXT champion. They were touring Osaka, Japan last night, and the headlining match was Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura. As we heard a couple of weeks ago that Nakamura wanted his "I want my rematch as soon as possible." So it happened in his hometown of Osaka. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you didn't like the fact that Charlotte and Sasha Banks, the title changed hand this week. And my opinion on, I'm very indifferent on the Cruiserweight title changing hands because I feel like that needed to change hand. That whole situation just needed to get away from TJ Perkins and Brian Kendricks for a second. Give it a new fresh start with a new face on 205 Live with Rich Swann. I said it in my prediction video, or like my SmackDown preview video, that Rich Swann, he's a great wrestler. He has charisma. He has a catchphrase. And the crowd can get behind him. And that's everything you need to be a champion in this day and age. But Shinsuke Nakamura, your two-time champion, it makes sense because, like I was explaining a few weeks ago, and I'll probably go into greater detail in a later video today. This is just a video to let you guys know. He won the title back. But this just makes sense. Samoa Joe will be in the 2017 Royal Rumble. If not have any, if he doesn't have a bigger role, but he will be on the main roster within the next couple of weeks. And my logic, like I said a few videos ago, I guess I go more in depth on this. This makes sense in NXT because they're going into a new era. 2016 is going to officially start off a new era in NXT, even though it started a couple of months ago with the whole transition of the brand split and things like that. Having Samoa Joe, because think about it, we already have a lot of NXT champions on the main roster. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Neville, Bo Dallas. Yeah, I'm going down the list. And a handful of others. But none of them have been a two-time champion, which that has been the quest of a lot of those people too. Like Kevin Owens wanted to be a two-time champion. Sami Zayn wanted to be a two-time champion. Finn Balor wanted to be a two-time champion. None of them could accomplish that. And the funny thing about that is all three of them are on Raw. So as much as I don't want anybody to go to Raw, I just feel like Samoa Joe is going to be on Raw. And then unless something's happening with the draft and with between WrestleMania of this year and next year, well, 2017, 2018 WrestleManias, Shinsuke Nakamura will be on the opposite brand of Samoa Joe. And that's just what I think about it right now. It just makes sense to have a two-time champion who's going to debut and look very, very strong in the Royal Rumble, and Samoa Joe. And then you're going to have a two-time champion running the show down in NXT, because right now, to my knowledge, Shinsuke Nakamura is the, like, between Shinsuke, it's like a brand new ball game now to NXT when you really think about it. Shinsuke, DIY, and Asuka, they are the last, or at least Asuka and, well, yeah, all three of those champions were there, and they seen the last little bit of champions like leave out, like Bayley, the Revival, like I said, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, and things like that. They were the last champions that were around of the old era of NXT. So they're about to usher in a brand new era. Under them are, you have teams like Sanity, who else? TM61 for Asuka. You have Amber Moon, Billie Kay, Liv Morgan. The situation with Mickie James is unknown, but they're bringing in more talent for the women division soon. We'll talk about that later as well. And then for Nakamura, you have Eric Young, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, Dillinger. I believe Dillinger is going to move up to the main roster and debut in the Royal Rumble too. And there's a lot of possibilities, and I think I'm in this video right here, my messages just started to come through. I need to make a layout for this and just get my day started. I just want to have a quick video to let you guys know Nakamura is a 2-time NXT champion. It's the right decision for NXT. It's a little bit rushed when it comes to like how they normally do stuff like this, but if you want to establish a major superstar really quick, or a new type of dynamic in your brand with being led by a 2-time champion, and having the 2-time champion come up to the main roster and that dynamic of dominance. Because that's the only reason, I feel like that's the only reason American Alpha had got the titles back then too, is just so they can come to the main roster with a little bit of credibility on them, saying they won the NXT tag team titles and things like that. So I'm done rambling. Follow the links that you see here, all the links down below. I have more information on this later as it comes out. Whew. With all that being said, I'm Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.